Well done pouncing on that free piece. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. e5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. Petrov's defense immediately attacks white's unprotected e4 pawn, while ignoring black's unprotected e5 pawn. Knight c3 develops the knight toward the center, supports the e4 pawn, and controls the d5 square. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, defends the e5 pawn, and controls the d4 square. d4 takes space in the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. e takes d4 captures the d4 pawn and opens up the center. Knight takes d4 captures the d4 pawn and places the knight in the center. Bishop c5 develops the bishop toward the center, threatens the knight, and prepares to castle. You are forcing your opponent to double pawns. A clear recapture. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They castled kingside, placing their king in a safer spot away from the center. Your bishop becomes more powerful by developing towards the action. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Castling on the same side of the board as your opponent is a solid choice. That capture of your pawn will cause you to lose material after all the trades are made. A logical capture. A straightforward recapture. You attack a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. Moving their threatened rook to safety. You overlooked a better way to develop further. This is a fair trade. You recaptured the piece. You are now able to win material because the defender is pinned. You win material taking advantage of the pinned defender. This move allows you to capture their vulnerable queen. Nice vision spotting and capturing that vulnerable queen. This move puts their rook on a safer square. You won with a nice mid-game mating tactic, turning an even game into victory. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The French defense prepares for d5, but blocks in the light-squared bishop in exchange for a strong center and counterattacking chances. e5 controls the d6 and f6 squares, but the e5 pawn can now be easily attacked by black. They are right on target. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. It's good to get your bishop off of its starting square and into the action. Decent move, but they had a better one. You are forcing your opponent to double pawns. A clear recapture. This isn't a mistake, but there was something better for you. They exchange pieces of equal value. Well played. This recapture develops a fresh piece on the board. They missed a better way to develop a bishop off its starting square. This move doesn't hurt you much, but it doesn't help either. Your opponent develops their rook off its starting square. Good job defending that pawn. They stopped your attack by interposing a piece to protect